lost that last little sentence there. But
by the way, that was Molly Pullen.
Molly Pullen. Ardmore High School. Great job on the national anthem. And David Polk down on the sideline with the Valero sideline report this evening. And David, it's been raining all day here in Ardmore. And I know the field is wet, but I know I see you standing down there on it. And I hear David, or I can't hear David. We'll get David fixed up here in just a second as we are.
Does David know sign language?
David does know sign language. I'm going to do this. We're going to fix this right up.
Well, can I give you a report from up here?
You bet.
Here did some bagging, did some things to kind of clean up the field a little bit when we striped it. There is some traction on it, but as the game wears on and the guys play on it, it's probably going to get a lot worse. You know, the bad thing is it started raining again. So the field can only get worse than it is right now. So it's going to be a long evening here, but it probably favors Ardmore because Guthrie, you know, is more of a passing team than a running team. So this may help.
Well, and Guthrie, I haven't had a chance to see them this play, and haven't yet had the chance to see the Tigers play this year, but because I've been doing the Plainview Indians all season. But I look forward to this opportunity. It should be a great game and a tough matchup. And Coach Lowe was talking during the coaches show. You know, he's looking forward to the matchup this evening. A little bit different situation than last year, even though Guthrie came in here last year and defeated the Tigers and then went on to take the state championship.
Well, it should be a good game. Guthrie's had a fine season. I think 7-3 on the season. They had their quarterback go down with injury. He was their leading rusher at the time that he got injured and was unable to play anymore. But the backup guy has come in and done a great job. They were able to defeat Midwest City Carl Albert, which is a tough thing to do with any quarterback anywhere. They're a solid team, well coached. They're always in that playoff hunt, you know, so you know it's going to be a good ball game.
Yeah, the Guthrie Bluejays only losses this season coming to Shawnee, also to Weatherford and then Noble. So they've defeated some good teams throughout the season, and it should be a great matchup. #1 game in the state according to the Oklahoman and everybody's poll. And we're going to have it all for you right here on KKJ. We'll be back with the Barry Boker starting lineups after this on KKJ. And it is time for that, but we're going to send it down to the sideline with David Polk, and the Valero sideline as the captains go to the center of the field, and David, take it from there.
Yeah, we'll just listen just a second. They've already had the snap. We'll listen to what the flip, but here we go.
Shred has won the toss, as you know. We're going to show this.
Okay, Ardmore has won the toss. They've elected to defer. That's going to give it to Guthrie. I believe Guthrie has chosen to receive. So we'll see which side Ardmore is going to be on. It looks like Ardmore is going to kick from the south to the north. Guthrie is going to receive the kick. So Guthrie will be north, Ardmore will be south, and that's the way we'll start the game.
All right, thank you very much, David Polk, with the Valero sideline report. As you heard there, Guthrie will be the first receiving. And the Barry Boker Allstate Insurance starting lineups, you're in good hands with Allstate. As Billy, go ahead and let's hear who's starting for the Ardmore Tigers this evening.
Well, let's give the starting defensive team, because they're going to obviously be the first guys on the field. Defensive line for the Tigers, Marquise Clark, 6 foot 290 and a senior. Chris Hopper, number 66, he's 5'9", 240 at a senior. Edward Nelson, wearing number 8, he's 6'1", 210 a senior. And Big Virgil Harmon, wearing number 2, he's 6 foot 245 and a senior. The linebacker core for the Tigers, Nathan Means, 5'9", 205 a senior. Zach Weaver, 6 foot 210 a senior. And Brad Downing, another senior, listed at 6'2", 200. The secondary for the defensive unit of the Ardmore Tigers, Roy Roberts, wearing number 19, 6 foot 180 a senior. Zelto Anderson, wearing number 4, 6 foot 195 a senior. Travis Lightsey, wearing number 18, he's 5'10", 155 and a senior. And Rodney Fuller, he'll be wearing number 7, he's listed 5'10", 155 pounds and a senior. And that is your Barry Boker All-State starting defensive lineup for the Ardmore Tigers.
All right, as the spirit lines are forming on the field, and the Guthrie Bluejays are already in the south end, but the Tigers coming out through the tunnel in the smoke right now, and it should be a great matchup. I'm looking forward to it. Billy, I mean, what do you think we'll see from the Tigers this evening? Anything different, or what they've been with all season long?
It's what has gotten them to this point. Good defense. They've got an explosive offense, but I think the Tigers' success starts with their defense. They've been able to control everybody that they've played, other than Lawton MacArthur. You know, they couldn't stop the one drive this season, but you know, they do it with defense. They've got a great a running game, which I think will be an advantage tonight, as Roy Roberts is the leading rusher in 5A football this year. And then Virgil Harmon, I think the secret weapon, who's not so secret anymore, Virgil Harmon is a real weapon, especially on a muddy track. I think he could really have a big effect on the outcome of this ballgame.
David Polk, your thoughts on tonight's matchup? What do you think we'll see?
Well, I tell you what, I think that the kids this week, the players this week, are really pumped. They're looking forward to the evening. They have a bit of revenge on their mind, because this is where they ended their season last year. And they've talked all week this week down here at practice about focusing on what's important, and that's being a team and playing hard and taking it to them on the field. So I really look for good things from Ardmore tonight. I think they're focused.
Mike McGowan, your thoughts?
Well, it's one of those things, we've seen them all year long, and when you look at what the Tigers bring to the table here, they've got excellent coaching, they've got a tremendous defense, they've got a defense stronger than bear's breath, and they've got an offense that is capable of firing up and scoring 30, 40 points a game. So, you know, special teams, everything about this team is good. There is no real weakness. So this should be an excellent ball game, and unless their district has gotten a lot tougher. They came in third in their district. They're beatable.
Tigers dressed in red tonight. Their home uniforms. The Guthrie Bluejays in white with the blue and blue numbers, and it should be a great matchup. And we're going to go ahead and keep it right here as the teams are getting out on the field for the kickoff.
The Town and Country Pest Control.
Town and Country Pest Control kickoff. Thank you very much, Phil. You're going to keep me straight tonight, and I appreciate that. But a little bit rainy, a little bit wet, but a good crowd starting to form. You know, I think everybody waited to the last second to get out to the field. What do you think, Billy?
They always do. Ardmore traditionally does that. That's what happens with these high-dollar seats here. You know, they've got a good place to sit. They don't have to hurry out here and scurry for position. So they kind of a late-arriving crowd.
As the Tigers go to take the field, we're just minutes away from the kickoff. We appreciate you joining us. Terry Long alongside Billy Wallace, David Polk, Mike McGowan for the broadcast this evening, and the home of the Ardmore Tigers right here on KKJ. So we're getting ready to kick this off as they tee the ball up on the 40, and I'm going to try to get this press box cleaned out where we can see. We've got fog on the windows. A great opportunity for me, though. First time I've done a game all year and indoors. So.
And it's fogging up on you. Looks like Chappell and Lewis, the two deep backs there. Terry back for the Blue Jays of Guthrie. And Guthrie, one thing, they are impressive on the field. They are an athletic-looking team.
Matt Polk to do the kicking for the Tigers. And the Town and Country Pest Control kickoff as we are underway with the Class 5A State Championship playoff runs. And he kicks it into the end zone and out the back, and it'll be a touchback for the Tigers, as that will be Guthrie taking over from their own 20, 1st and 10.
You know what's a little bit unusual, Terry, is as cold as it is and dreary, the wind is actually from the south, and Matt Polk takes advantage of that situation, kicks it into the end zone, and going to make Guthrie start from their own 20-yard line.
Hodge, the quarterback, Brent Hodge, the quarterback for the Guthrie Blue Jays. He will start from the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers out, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Hands off to keeps it, pulls it up, and it's at 30, and gets his way up to the 33-yard line. And that's where they'll mark it. Actually, mark it at the 32. It'll be it'll be enough for the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Guthrie.
And Terry, I think that is Chappell. I think that's that 13 back there. We got to get the fog off the windows, guys.
That was number 13 on that kick.
Yeah, Brent Hodge is the fellow that got hurt, so that's actually the backup. What if we do this?
Okay, now we can see. We can't read the roster.
How about that?
Chappell in the shotgun. Puts it in, pulls it back out, and he's going to get stacked up at the line of scrimmage and driven back. But I think if forward progression gets him right back to the line, mark it right there, maybe a gain of a half a yard. It'll be 2nd down and about 9.5 from the 33-yard line.
Turn the lights up.
Turn the lights up.
Roster, turn it on.
Yeah,
you can't see the ball game. Good gang tackling for the Tigers there. Nathan Means, the first guy on the scene, got a lot of help from a lot of other Tigers.
As Guthrie comes out to the line, again, staying in the shotgun. He's going to roll to the right, keeps it on the option, decides to pull it in, and he's going to get stacked up after a gain of about 5, maybe 6 yards. They're going to mark it at the 41-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and short for the Blue Jays.
They just snapped it in the shotgun there. Quarterback just took it to the right side. Good blocking. The tackle on this side got a nice block on the Ardmore Tigers, and he was able to get to the corner. Got it in a makeable situation, 3rd down and a long yard, or call it 2. Some early success, though, Mike. I'm sorry, Terry.
That's okay. I look just like him. Chappell in the shotgun, takes it over the right side, and he's the only ball carrier so far this evening for the Blue Jays, and it's moving the football down the field. It'll be enough to move the chains, a gain of 6. Mark it at the 49, and make that a gain of 8. As he just kind of pulled it down, went off the right side, and made the 1st down.
Well, just looking at the offensive line for Guthrie, they're doing a great job. They're really coming off the line of scrimmage hard against that Tiger front, pushing them back and able to move the ball early in this possession.
Kind of a quick huddle as Guthrie comes up to the line, just shy of midfield. 1st and 10. We're just underway. There's the snap again. He keeps it. Chappell rolls to the left, spins, breaks 1 tackle, but he's going to get swarmed at the line of scrimmage by the Tiger defense. A good job that time, lateral pursuit by the defense.
And a better read for the defense there as he faked the handoff up the middle there, then tried to roll it out left side. Good recognition on that one for the Tigers, and they were able to stop it up.
9:40 and the clock is running. We're just underway in the 1st period. We appreciate you joining us. Terry Long alongside Billy Wallace this evening as we are in round 1 of district play or state championship play.
And we should have brought one more guy with a squeegee, and we'd have been all set, because this is going to be a battle.
Shotgun formation. He's got 4 receivers out. He's looking to pass, throws it over the middle. It's high, intercepted by the Tigers at the 40, 45. And he gets to the 50. That's number 4, Zelto Anderson. And
you got a flag
There's
down.
a flag on the play.
And David Polk, can you translate for us?
I think probably we may have a clip or a hold down here on this side. But, guys, what a story there. Zelto Anderson, if you look at his wrist, he's got a huge cast on that wrist. He's a receiver playing defense as well. To make that interception is just a great thing for Ardmore. Great story.
Well, and it shifts the momentum for the Tigers now as it looked like Guthrie was kind of moving the football, and that overthrown pass, that wet ball, kind of rose up on Chappell, and it was overthrown, and a nice interception by Anderson.
And the flag situation was this. It was an early flag. It was an illegal procedure call against the offense, obviously refused by the Tigers, and a big break for the Tigers early.
Drew McAdoo under center. I formation. Got receivers out left and right. Hands off to number 10 on the right side, and he goes over to the 40 or 35. Brad Downing, as he makes his way, a nice run, a gain of about 15.
That's Roy Roberts.
Roy Roberts.
And you'll get to call his name a lot, Terry.
Okay.
You'll get to know that number, but that was just a pitch to Roy. Out to the right side, had the strong side of the formation. Out that way, good blocking for those guys. He got to the corner, turned it upfield, got going north and south, and picks up a 1st down on his 1st carry.
McAdoo comes under center. Up the middle to the fullback. He's going to be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 2. It's Virgil Harmon.
1st carry of the night for Virgil Harmon, and that's another guy you're going to get to know his name and number pretty quick, because I think he's going to get several carries tonight. And it looks like there's nothing there when Virgil hits the line of scrimmage, and then you look over there, he picks up 3.5, 4 yards on 1st down.
Well, the fog kind of looks, it blurs these numbers, and then but McAdoo comes off the line of scrimmage as Roy Roberts comes out to the sideline. But McAdoo under center. Keeps it, comes up the left side. A little draw play, a gain of 4. Mark it at the 23-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd down and short, maybe about 2 for the Tigers.
A towel. They're already throwing in the white towel in the booth to wipe that. One big addition tonight, Michael Sutherland back in the starting lineup for the Tigers on the offensive line. Mike's got good size, obviously, as he's been a player that has done a good job for Ardmore all year. He's been out a couple of games, but he's back tonight.
I formation. Split outs. McAdoo over to Roberts over the right side, and he barrels his way at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Tigers.
Boy, nothing fancy. Just hand it to Roy going to the right side. Again, great blocking up front for the Tigers. And Roy Roberts, he's done it all year long. He got loose, and he ran through that first tackler and ends up scoring on it.
Slow developing play, and then all of a sudden he was on a burst of speed and made it into the end zone. So Tigers take a quick lead, 6-0. And now Matt Polk going to try to make it a 7-0 ball game. We have an official timeout, but trying to figure out now they're going to let it get underway. Matt Polk lines up. The kick is up. And no good, as he pushed it to the left, I believe. So that's going to keep your score at 6-0. We'll be back after this on KKAJ. Welcome back to Noble Stadium as the Tigers take an early lead, 6-0. 7:29 left in the first, and the Town and Country Pest Control kickoff as Matt Polk drives it deep into the end zone, and it goes out of back again for another touchback, and that's where Guthrie will take over again. 1st and 10 from their own 20. And let's get to talk a little bit about that last scoring drive there, Mike McGowan.
Well, Terry, it was pretty quick, pretty nice. 4 plays, 47 yards. 2 rushes by number 19, the Galloper. Boy, I mean, Roy Roberts took it in. He had a 15-yarder and a 23-yarder. They covered 47 yards in 4 plays.
And that summary brought to you by the Southern Oklahoma Technology Center, SOTC, Southern Oklahoma's technology leader. Chappell, reverse end around as he comes around the right side, and it's going to get stacked up with no gain, maybe a gain of a yard just from falling forward as the defense read that perfectly. And maybe they were going to go ahead and give him a yard, Billy.
Well, it's good defense, but a little misdirection. Tigers played it pretty well as actually Chappell faked the handoff to the first back through, and that was 25. That was Calvert, then ended up handing the ball to Jones going the other way, and Tigers really not fooled with that one.
Saw it on film, well-prepared defense. As you said, defense all season long has been outstanding. 5-man front in the shotgun, back to pass, play action, rolls, throws it over the middle. Tipped up and intercepted by the Tigers as number 40 brings it down.
Nathan Means.
So,
right.
And
Hey, guys, that was a new quarterback. That was number 16 in for that throw. That wasn't the guy that started the game.
They're going to do that to us all.
I think Coach, Rafe Watkins, the coach for the Guthrie Bluejays, maybe he did that on purpose.
And we don't have 16 listed. We'll obviously have to find out who that was. The second turnover, though, for Guthrie on 2 possessions. Tigers were able to score after the last one. This time they get the ball in even better field position on the Guthrie end of the field.
Zelto Anderson knocked that down and enabled Nathan Means to catch it. As McAdoo comes out under center, I formation. Pulls it out and keeps it and rolls over the left side, and he's going to drive his way forward up to the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 8, and it'll be second down in short yardage situation. A great opportunity here for the Tigers to punch it in the end zone.
Terry, since the Lawton MacArthur game, a new weapon has been kind of unveiled, although McAdoo has run the ball some all season, but they have featured him as a runner the last 3 weeks, and that time he fakes the ball to Harmon, rolls out left, good blocking again, and he's able to get it down close to the first down.
McAdoo comes under center. I formation, 2 receivers out to the right side. Puts it in the fullback, pulls it back out. McAdoo keeps it and scoots his way forward. It'll be enough for the first down, a gain of about 3. They'll mark it at the 21-yard line. Or I'm sorry, the 16-yard line. I got numbers and I still can't see the field. And it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers.
Fake up the middle again for McAdoo, rolled right. Actually had to get around his own player, Justin Day, out there. And the defensive end came in quickly on the option fake. And after Drew was able to get around Justin, he took it upfield and picked up a first down.
As McAdoo breaks the huddle, comes up under center, I formation. Receivers out left and right. Pulls it down and keeps it. McAdoo goes over the right side and gains maybe 1.5 yards, 2.
Once again, the quarterback, McAdoo.
Crosses that 15-yard line. Mark it at the 14. It'll be second down and about 7.
Good tackle by Smith that time for Guthrie, as he was not fooled on that keeper for McAdoo. Solid tackle for that young guy, 6 foot 210. And we apologize early. We do not have first names for the Guthrie players, so we'll just refer to them as if they're attorneys.
Huddle.
Some misdirection on that time, pretty effective, as you know, he's been faking that and rolling out.
Ball just shy of the 30-yard line in Guthrie territory.
This is a great situation to make the play call if you're the Guthrie coaching staff. Second and a foot, you can do about anything right here. Open that playbook up and pick something.
Chappell stays in the shotgun. He's got a one on back, 3 receivers to the left, and he's going to roll out to the left side, and he's going to gain maybe 4 yards before he's wrapped up. Took him a second to move. Change as the officials want to discuss something. I guess a 5-yard gain pass. So a good defensive effort and creates a different situation for the Guthrie offense, now making it 3rd and long.
Well, and I'll tell you what happened.
Have to throw an incomplete pass or something at this point for
For that theory, as they were able to pick up the first down on the ground, Terry Long.
That's going to do it for the first period, as they do get the first down, and while they switch it around, we're going to take a break. We'll be back after this with the second period on KKJ. And we're just underway on the second period.
Runs tough, runs. And Virgil had to make a pretty nice effort to even get him brought down with that one.
As the Blue Jays come to the line. 25, 22 before he's wrapped up by the Tigers. Gets it all the way down to the 21-yard line. And just a huge hole opened up on the offensive line. And then there was nobody.
Well, you look, they've got 2 guys that weigh 265 on the offensive line. They're the 2 heaviest, 2 others at 215. The center at 180. So, I mean, Tigers have seen bigger offensive lines, but these guys are doing a great job blocking in the running game.
Got some trapping going on down here is what they're doing. They're trapping the guy on the line.
A lot of traps, and the field conditions may be playing a part in that as well. Chappell in the shotgun. Pulls it back out, goes up the middle, hits it at the 15-10 before he's wrapped up by number 10. Brad Downing, as he makes a nice tackle, but it'll be just shy of the first down, maybe enough for the first down. And it is. It'll be first and goal for Guthrie.
Yes, it will. And on the ground again, that's just Chappell up the middle. Had the fake to the right side, just took it right up the hole between the center and the guard, and nobody home for the Tigers. And boy, Guthrie really impressive on this drive.
Chappell back in the shotgun. Calvert to his right. One receiver out to the right side, two to the left. Chappell pulled it down and rolls to the right, but doesn't get anywhere as the Tigers, with some great pursuit, Virgil Harmon just comes in and wraps him up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 4. Mark it at the 14.
And that's what's got to happen right there, is the Tigers are going to have to tackle well, because Guthrie very good at defeating that first tackler. Not that time. Virgil in there quickly from his defensive end, and that was a good sure tackle for a loss.
Really great penetration from the Tiger defense. Pretty much the same formation we've seen all night from Guthrie. Chappell takes it, hands it off to the Calvert up, and he's going to get stacked up in the backfield, and it'll be another loss, a loss of 4 more yards. Mark it at the 17.5-yard line.
And credit Zach Weaver on that one, as he got penetration up the middle. Several other Tigers, but Zach Weaver the first man in there to stuff it up. And it's a 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 18 now. Actually, 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from the 18. So 9:18 and left in the first half. Tigers lead 6-0. Chappell, low snap, draw, pulls it back down and takes off. He's at the 20, wants to throw and tosses it. Had a man kind of open about 3 yards in front of him. Number 14, we haven't seen him tonight. That's Andrew Foshee, as it was kind of overthrown and could have been caught, but really not a well-thrown pass.
That was a heck of an effort for Chappell, as he was trying to wait on Foshee to come open to dump the ball to him. Kind of reminded you of a Josh Heupel play back when he was quarterback up at OU. He just kind of create out, on the roll and try to make something happen. He had the man open, but he was not able to hang on to it.
Stephen Penrod going to attempt a field goal.
This kid, I saw him kicking warm-ups. He's got a good leg.
There's the snap. Hold is up. It's going to be up, and it's going to be no good as it went to the right.
And I'm not sure one of the Tigers did.
It was just right. No, he just kind of popped it up, and I don't think he got good footing down here, and he just lifted and kicked it right.
I thought maybe one of the Tigers got a hand on it up the middle there.
Not sure, but either way, it's no good. So your score remains the same, 6-0. And the Tigers now take over from the 20. It'll be 1st and 10, so a break for the Tigers. Is a fairly consistent field goal kicker. As David said, he saw him in warm-ups, had a good leg, just couldn't put it through the uprights. Tigers take over as McAdoo comes under center. 2 receivers to the right. Hands it off over the right side, Downing to the 25, to the 30. Brad Downing gets it all the way up to the 31-yard line. Is that
Roy Roberts?
Man, when he's running at you, it looks like a 10.
That's Roy Roberts. Welcome to Roy.
Okay.
Let me introduce you to Roy.
Yeah.
He's carried the ball.
Roy leads 5A football in rushing, has 1,174 yards, 12 touchdowns, averages 9.62 yards a carry.
No wonder they're handing it to him.
That's Terry.
Thank you. Thank you, Billy Watts.
You're welcome.
2 receivers to the left, or one in the slot. McAdoo pitches it to Roberts. Roberts cuts back to the right side. Now we got a flag on the play, and Roberts still on his feet trying to make something happen. It's going to be a loss of a yard, as he was unable to break that final tackle, but we do have a flag on the play.
And with everybody going a different direction there, it's got to be some kind of blocking infraction, you got to feel like.
Holding against the Tigers, so not only did the play not work, it's going to back them up.
Boy, 8:28 left. This game is going quickly, guys.
Not a lot of penalties so far, as this is only like the second or third penalty in the ball game.
Right. Not only that, but almost all the games being played on the ground, so it keeps that clock running.
Well, and two good defensive teams, as both defenses have bent but didn't break. One time Ardmore took advantage of a turnover and were able to drive half the field for a touchdown, and then the second time Guthrie was able to stop them. Same thing with the Tigers. They let them get down in the red zone but wouldn't give them the score. But both of these teams, good defensive units.
They mark it off from the point of infraction, which was at the 30-yard line, so the ball is on the 20. Tigers will replay the first down. It'll be first down and 20.
Yeah, and I might add, Guthrie had the ball 16 plays. It came up short, didn't get any points out of it.
Took a lot of time off the clock, though. McAdoo in the shotgun. Two receivers to the left, one to the right, flanked by backs. Has a little screen pass, and it's going to be tipped and almost intercepted by Roberts. Kind of went through his hands, and Guthrie tried to get under it, unable to bring it down, so it'll be incomplete. Second down and 20.
Center screen there as McAdoo tried to draw that rush in, dump it over their heads. Gerald Smith, one of the linebackers there for Guthrie, actually close to picking that football off there.
And you're going to keep me straight on names tonight, and I appreciate that.
Well, I'll try. But the problem is there's nobody here to keep me straight, so that could be a problem.
Well,
we've always got David Polk.
We got the fog cleared, so we can at least see the field now. McAdoo, under center, I formation, man in motion to the left. Hands it off, then pulls it back and keeps it. There's a fake up the middle, and McAdoo kind of followed the tackle, gain of maybe 2, if that. Mark it at just shy of the 22-yard line. It'll be third down and a whole lot of yards.
Trying to just run that ball to the left side. Brian Swain, nice play for that Guthrie Blue Jay.
And gentlemen, we just had Rodney Fuller come into the game, TJ Lightsey come into the game, Edward Nelson came back into the game. So what are the odds of a pass happening right here?
As McAdoo will stay in the shotgun, nobody in the backfield, and 5 receivers. He's back to pass. He's got time. He looks down now. He pulls it down, gets away from one tackler, but he's not going to elude all of them as the coverage or the pocket kind of collapsed around him. It'll bring up fourth down and a loss. Mark it at the 20-yard line or maybe the 18-yard line. So fourth down and 22 yards, so they'll be punting.
Protection just broke down from McAdoo. He's able to get away from Heron, but couldn't get away from Spite. They combined for that tackle and a loss, and fourth down.
High snap, punts away. It's going to be a wobbler. It hits at the 40 in Ardmore territory, takes the Ardmore bounce and rolls up to the 45-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will down it. Guthrie taking over with excellent field position. First and 10.
That was really a big stop for the Guthrie defense there. Is now they've got the field position situation on their side. Jared Howell, the punter, if that's what you're asking me. Jared Howell with another nice job punting for the Tigers. But, their defense also comes in highly rated. Ardmore allowing about 143 yards a game total offense. Guthrie allowing 270, which is not shabby at all, and they are playing well in this first half.
Shotgun, we've got a new quarterback, number 16. He hands it off to Calvert. Calvert doesn't get anywhere as the Tigers get great penetration. And again, we don't have number 16. We'll try to get that during the half. But the Guthrie Bluejays trying some different combinations to see what works.
Yeah, they are, and they brought him in to pass earlier on one of the interception plays, and we'll find out who he is. Obviously, maybe forgot a jersey, has a different number on tonight or something like that.
Loss of 4 yards, mark it at the 49-yard line, second down and 14. Shotgun formation. Back to pass. 16 throws a little screen over the middle, and it's caught by Calvert at the 40, 35, before he gets wrapped up by a couple of Tigers. That's number 18, Travis Lightsey, with the initial hit and tackle. Bring it down and mark it at the 33-yard line, so it'll be good for a first down. Nice screenplay.
It was, and again, breaking tackles. That's been the name of the game in this first half for Guthrie's. Tigers in position, but not making the tackles, and they all run hard and strong, and they've been able to break several Tiger tackles.
Had a little bit of equipment trouble there. Virgil Harmon back deep in Guthrie territory. I guess now he's back at his position. He comes up. Guthrie comes up to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation, single back to the left. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Little screen to Calvert on the left side. Breaks 1 tackle, hits the 35, 30. 30, 25, barrels his way forward.
It's all coming back.
To the 22-yard line. There's a flag on the play, and according to David Polk, it's coming back. David, what'd you see down there?
Oh, I think we got a little bit of a holding over here around the 36-yard line. They kind of had the guy down, maybe a block in the back. I'm not really sure, but that's kind of what I thought. So got a block in the back right here at the 36-yard line, so they're going to bring it all back.
That was the call. As that's going to be a costly penalty for Guthrie. It was a nice screen, or really not a screen as much as it was kind of out in the flank, but he was still behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, guys, number 16 is number 10 in the program. They put another number on him.
Now we're talking.
Well,
that's
Brent
Hodge. He was the one who was hurt.
I believe he is the starting quarterback.
He is. You're correct. We knew the name, but we didn't know that they had changed numbers. But now we do, and we appreciate it.
And that's the Valero Ardmore Refinery sideline report.
Thank you very much. Proud supporters of athletic and academic growth of the Ardmore Tigers. And the Valero Refinery does a lot for this community. We appreciate them all year long.
If we could just find somebody to pull the plug on the heater up here, guys, I think we got us a...
Well, if we do that, we got the fog.
We got the fog is cleared, but it's about 140 degrees in here.
5:33 left in the first half. 6-0 your score. Terry Long alongside Billy Wallace. David Polk on the sideline. Matt McGowan with Mike McGowan. Get off meeting my names tonight.
Hey, from down here, when you look up, yours is the only one that's got any condensation.
It's all the hot air coming from this booth. As the Tigers so far, Guthrie been able to move the football on the ground, but the defense has made some turnovers, created some turnovers, and held on to the lead. As Hodge now takes the snap from the gun. Pressure, and he gets hit just as he launches it down the right side, and it's going to be way overthrown as Brent Hodges took a huge hit in the backfield.
And what about the excellent coverage for Roy Roberts there as he just blanketed the wide receiver? No way that he's going to get to the football. In fact, if anything, you're almost going to call offensive pass interference there.
That's exactly what they're calling, too, is offensive pass interference.
Because Roy had a chance to make a play on the ball.
And they do, and that'll be another costly penalty. Now, originally, Guthrie was at the 33-yard line, had 1st and 10 from there, and now they have backed themselves back into their own territory with all the penalties and trouble. Now, who was that made the hit in the backfield for the defense?
I was watching Roy Roberts.
That would be Virgil Harmon.
Virgil Harmon and just came out and blindsided Hodges, and he just took a huge hit.
It was like taking candy from a baby.
Came in untouched.
Hey, but guys, he threw off his back foot then, and I know we got a little wind down here, and he still threw that ball about 35, 40 yards down the field. Guthrie is known for their passing, not their running, so.
Takes the hit in stride as he's still in the ballgame. 3 receivers to the right side, stacked up in an offset eye. Calvert with the handoff up the middle. It's going to be a gain of maybe a yard. Gets them to the 40-yard line in their own territory. So it'll be 2nd down and 40. Is that about right? So it's such a huge gap. I don't know if I can.
38.
38 yards. So great defensive effort that time by the Tigers.
Actually, that comes to 3rd down.
Thank you, David. It is 3rd down.
3rd and 38.
3rd and 38 from the 40-yard line in Guthrie territory.
What kind of play do you have for 3rd and 38?
I don't know if that's in the game plan. 5:09 or 5:08 in the first half remaining. We want to make sure you stay tuned for the Washington Dental Clinic halftime show.
I think I saw Arkansas convert on wasn't it 3rd down and 33 from their own end zone against the Texas Longhorns. For all you Longhorn fans out there.
Bless them.
Nothing's impossible, but it's
not that that's that difficult.
Improbable. Man in motion to the left. Hodges takes the snap from the gun. He's back to pass. Looks downfield. He rolls out to his right side. He throws it over into the flat. It's going to bounce up off the receiver, the intended receiver, number 24. That's Tanner Story, but unable to bring it in. It was almost picked off as it bounced up off of him.
You're right. It bounced around there, and I thought Roy Roberts might have a chance. And boy, Roy made a big play on that defensive stand as he had excellent coverage down the field on the wide receiver.
But a punting situation for Guthrie is Roberts back deep to receive for the Tigers, and he's standing at the first down marker. So he's standing around his own 23-yard line. Guthrie to punt. It's a high snap. He has to leave his feet to get it. Gets the kick away, though. It's a nice kick. High. And Roberts takes it at the 20. Lose 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 3 tackles. Stiff arms. Loses the football. Nope. Keeps the football.
Don't want to do that.
As the Tigers will take over from the 21-yard line. And that's where Roberts, maybe about a 3-yard return.
Yeah, well, he actually had it up to the 25, tried to reverse field, and you have to just credit Guthrie. Good coverage that time on their punt coverage team, and Roy, as he tried to reverse his field, lost his grip on the football, had to go down and recover it.
So the Tigers offense comes in as McAdoo comes in from the sideline, along with Justin Day. Going out wide to the left is Gresham. To the right, Justin Day. McAdoo under center, I formation. Hands it off to Roberts over the right side. Barrels his way up to the 25, 27-yard line. Falls forward. Make it a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Nice pickup on first down. Tigers with plenty of time here. 4:34 remaining second quarter. They've only got 1 timeout left as they burned a couple of them early, but still plenty of time to move the ball down the field.
As the Tigers break huddle, Gresham goes out far to the left side. McAdoo under center, I formation. Hands it off to Roberts over the left side. Barrels his way up through the line, still on his feet and pushing forward. And he gains 3 yards after the initial hit. Mark it at the 36-yard line. It'll be good for another first down. Move the chains. Tigers on the move.
Nice job for Roy. Covered the ball up with both arms. Just kept his head down, kept his legs driving, and hit the pile, moved the pile on another, as you said, another 3 yards.
Gresham splits wide out to the left side. I formation. Day to the right. McAdoo under center. Hands it off to Roberts. Roberts breaks 1 tackle and falls forward over the left side there, or the right side, as he's almost here to the sideline. Kind of kept his balance and tried to make something happen. Gain of 2. Mark it at the 38-yard line. It'll be 2nd down there and 7.
And a nice ankle tackle for Brian Swain as he just reached out and got a little piece of Roy as he went by. Got just enough to knock him off balance.
As the Tigers now putting a nice looking drive together. 3:23 left in the half. McAdoo brings Gresham back in a little bit. Under center. Back to pass. He's got plenty of time. He's looking to throw. He pulls it in. Hits the 40-yard line before Guthrie realizes he's even got the football and moving with it. It'll be a gain of 3. As he looked downfield to throw, but really nowhere to throw. Good coverage from the Blue Jays.
Yes, it was. It was well played. He's going to bring up 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 6. Tigers really need to convert here, not necessarily for the score, but just to keep the ball away from Guthrie as they've been moving the ball, and they would have time to score here on this end of the field. Big first down situation if the Tigers can get it.
2:39 left in the half. Tigers lead 6-0. They want to go into the locker room with the lead, preferably another touchdown up. 3 receivers go out to the left side. Timeout as the Tigers want to talk it over. We'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKJ.
Ready to do something.
Third down and 6 from the 41. McAdoo takes it over the right side and keeps on his feet, pushes the pile. 2 or 3 people are pushing the pile forward, and it is going to be enough for the first down as he was hit 2 yards shy of the first down marker. And the offensive line along with Virgil Harmon, moved that pile.
Virgil moves a lot of piles. You called it exactly right. And McAdoo, great job running with power there as he just put his head down, knew where the first down line was. And another thing is he protected the football as they were really trying to rake that football away from him, and he wrapped it up pretty well, picks up a big first down.
1st and 10 Tigers from the 47. McAdoo under center. He's got 3 receivers out to the left side. Keeps it as he faked it to Harmon and then just barrels it up. Crosses midfield, gets to the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6.
I tell you what, keep an eye out for that center screen again to Roy Roberts, because it was open. Almost busted up by the linebacker a while ago, but with the rush coming in as hard as they are, and Roy was standing by himself, if he'd have gotten the football earlier, it could have been a big play.
Roberts.
Although Roy's coming out of the game.
Roy's coming over to the sideline. Talk things over with the coaching staff. Grisham goes out far to the left side. Nelson in the slot. McAdoo over to the left side into the flat. 45-40. Crosses the 40-yard line. Travis Lightsey with the nice catch. Brings it down. Be enough for another first down. Make it a gain of 13. It'll be from the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
And could you tell Terry Long and Travis Lightsey, probably the fastest guy in this Ardmore Tigers team?
Once he caught that football, he was gone.
And that's a good-looking play. Travis scored his first touchdown of the season last week on, I believe it was a pitch down the boundary. That time almost got away on a screen play.
Lightsey in the slot. 3 receivers to the right. McAdoo to throw. He throws deep down, and it's intercepted at the 5 or the 10-yard line. Gets it back up to the just shy of about the 18-yard line. And my numbers are now off again, but an interception. McAdoo kind of underthrown. The intended receiver, Grisham, over there on the left side.
Well, remember, I think it was Zelto Anderson open down the field, but they're throwing right into the teeth of this wind, Terry, and good coverage out there. That was Tanner Story with the interception. Had good coverage, a little bit underthrown, probably due to the stiffness of that breeze. And, boy, again, Guthrie, you have to credit them. They have made a stand on defense.
There's Guthrie now. Comes out. They got 55 seconds left to try and do something with this half. Hodges out to the right side into the flat, hits Calvert, or that's Story. Story runs it out of bounds, so it'll stop the clock at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. Nice looking play, but not one to move it down the field.
No, but Brent Hodges, an impressive young man. We know he's probably not 100%, but he's a quality quarterback. You can tell he rifles that ball with authority there. And although I think Chappell did a nice job running the football when he was in there earlier. So Guthrie blessed with 2 solid quarterbacks. We've seen that.
Gain of 5 as they mark it at the 20, just shy of the 24-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Guthrie stays in the shotgun, and Hodges back there. He's got one lone back with him. Hands it off to that guy, and that's number 3. First time we've seen him tonight. He's going to not get anywhere. Michael Jones with the carry. Gain of maybe a yard. Might be a loss of a yard. See where the mark it at the 23. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
First guy on the scene for the Tigers, that was 76. Scotty Williams hit him and then got an assist from Zach Weaver. But Scotty Williams in there pretty quickly on that one and tried to rake the football away. Tigers would like to have a turnover here.
Defensive line doing a great job of containing right now, and 14 seconds and the clock continues to run. It'll be the last play of the first period or the first half. Hodges takes the snap from the gun, hands it off to Jones up the middle, and he's going to get stacked up. It'll be a gain of maybe a yard before he's pushed back, but that's going to do it for the first half. 6-0 your score as the Tigers lead. We're back after this with the Washington Dental Clinic halftime show on KKJ.
Citizens Bank and Trust Company has
Welcome back to Noble Stadium as the Washington Dental Clinic halftime show comes to a conclusion. The teams are on the field, and we're just about seconds away from the second half. Should be a very interesting second half. I'm not sure what kind of adjustments we'll see from the Tigers, but You have to like what you saw in the second quarter with the defense getting a little bit more aggressive and putting a little bit more pressure on that big quarterback.
Well, Terry, I think both coaches have to go into the locker room and say, look, get rid of the turnovers, and this is our game, because both of them have had a little bit of a turnover problem in the first half, and that has created opportunities for the other team. Ardmore fortunate and also with great effort on defense to keep the Blue Jays out of the end zone. But I think both coaches got to be happy with the effort of their squad. It's just, start doing the little things right, tackle better, get rid of the turnovers.
Well, I appreciate the halftime show from David Polk and Billy Wallace, Mike McGowan, and the interview.
Bailey Matheson.
And
Coach Derek Saxon, and Bailey, an All-State honoree this week, going to the All-State game in Oklahoma City next summer, and also going to go play college ball, college softball at OCU. So exciting future, and she's been fun to watch, and now we're going to pass her on to the next level, I guess.
Lots of good things happening for the Ardmore schools and athletics, not just football. But we have our concern with football this evening is the teams are out, Tigers are out, but the Blue Jays are taking their time. Well, they're out there, they're huddled up, but they're not breaking it out.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Now we're ready.
Okay. You couldn't hear him?
No.
Okay.
I couldn't hear very good. But now
As the Town and Country Pest Control kickoff it's a high end over end, but it hits at the 10, bounces off of Harmon as he picks it up and rolls up to the 15-20. Still on his feet, breaks 2-3 tackles, and comes up kind of up the middle, and he's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line. So
nice run. Virgil actually had to go get the football as it kind of bounced off his knee, and he went forward a couple yards. He scooped it up and had a pretty nice run. Got it out to the 20-yard line. Another determined run for Virgil Harmon.
Not what the coach wants to see on the first kick from at the half. So David Polk down there. Now we got some crowd noise. It sounds a lot better.
And now we're ready.
McAdoo comes under center, I formation. Back to pass, 3 steps, and throws it out to the flat on the left side. And they're going to rule it incomplete as trying to see who the intended receiver is.
That's Zelto. Anderson,
okay.
Just a little bit behind him. And Zelto tried to reach around and haul it in, but just couldn't get his hands underneath the ball. 2nd and 10 now as that pass falls incomplete.
Well, again, he's got that cast on his right hand, and it probably impeded him just a little bit there on that to catch it in.
Gresham goes out to the far side. I formation. Receiver to the left side as well. Hands it off to Roberts up the right side. Hits the pile and gets stacked up. It'll be a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Gang tackling Bob Heron, also Brian Swain and Gerald Smith all in on the tackle as the Blue Jays swarm to the football, and 3rd down and long now, 3rd and 10 for the Tigers.
The Tigers just underway in the second half. Unable to move the football yet. 2 receivers left, 1 in the slot, 1 to the right. McAdoo off the gun. Rolls to his left. Looking to throw, decides not to, brings it down, breaks the tackle, hits the 20 and loses his footing. Falls forward at the 22, so had a chance but lost his footing on the turf.
Well, that's one. If he can just get around Ryan Spite there, he might have had enough room to pick up the first down, but lost his footing right at the 20-yard line. And you, again, have to credit Guthrie's defense there as they come out with a strong defensive stop on the first possession of the second half for the Ardmore Tigers.
Guthrie able to stop as the Tigers will have to punt it away from their own 7-yard line. The punt's up. It's a end over end wobbler. Hits the 45, takes a little bit of an Ardmore bounce, hits midfield, rolls on down to the 48-yard line. So a low line drive punt with no return. And that's where Guthrie will take over, 1st and 10.
In the early field position, I guess the advantage early coming out is going to belong to Guthrie now, as they've got the ball out near midfield, out near the 48-yard line on their own end. But that's the situation the Tigers took advantage of in the first half.
Just underway as the first possession for the Tigers resulted in probably 2 yards. Chappell hands it off to Jones, who gets stacked up in the backfield on a little misdirection that the Tigers just did not get misdirected at all.
Virgil Harmon.
Loss of 4 or 5 yards. Second down, 15.
Virgil just reached out, and as Michael Jones tried to roll right with the football, Virgil reached out, hit one of his big old paws, and just raked his foot out from under him. Knocked him off balance, and for a big loss on first down.
So Chappell with the starting quarterback positions here in the second half. And he'll keep it and pitch it out to Calvert. Cuts up at the 45, 47-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will bring him down over the left side, just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 8. Mark it there to be third down and 8.
Tyler Calvert, a little gimpy as he got up there. He's not really a speed guy, but boy, when he hits the seam, he's got great vision. He can tell where those openings are, and he hits that seam with a lot of authority.
Chappell slow pitching it out, but once he got the ball, Calvert takes it off. Flanked by backs in the backfield, and this time he pulls it down, decides to throw. Looking downfield, he's got a man open in the middle, and it hits him and drops it at the 25. The intended receiver, Matt Perring, and he just really should have caught that football.
And boy, Matt would like to have another shot at that one as that hit him right in the hands. Excellent pass down the field. You can't really throw it any better than that.
Coverage was there for the Tigers. Just it was a well-thrown football as he was cutting across the middle. So it'll be fourth down and 8. Punting situation is Tigers send a man deep. Roy Roberts back standing at his own 15-yard line.
And a great stop for the Tiger defense at midfield there as they allow just nothing. Allow 2 yards on that possession for Guthrie.
Stephen Penrod kicking for the Blue Jays. It's a low snap. He gets it. Now it's almost blocked, and then he gets it away. It hits at the 18, and now Roberts picks it up at the 10. Dangerous decision by Roy there to catch that football after it came on the hop. But he did bring it in, gets it up to the 15-yard line, a return of 2, maybe 3 yards. So a nice punt by Penrod.
Yeah, and I don't know how Roy caught that ball. As Steve Kriz was right in his face, Roy caught it and just took one step to his left. Kriz went by, but the second man was there to make the tackle.
There's a great bounce on the ball there, though, down here. It bounced up really high and nice for him to get underneath it, and it was going to go to the 3 or 4 yard line if he hadn't done that.
McAdoo will take over for the Tigers under center, I formation. Roberts over the left side, hits the line of scrimmage, still on his feet, driving out to the left side, and gets back up to the line as he tried to cut back and get around to the outside, just unable to do so.
Bob Heron thought he had him corralled, and Roy was able to regain his balance, bounce it outside, picked up a yard or so, but that play was initially stuffed, and Roy, to his credit, busts outside, does pick up something, although the gain is short, but it was going to be a loss probably if not for that.
Gain of a yard, mark it there, second down and 9. Nelson comes out to the right side. Got one man in the slot. McAdoo takes it from the gun. Looks to throw. He hits Nelson at the 20. And he's going to be hit immediately, but he is a good catch. Gain of 6 yards. Mark it there. It'll be third down and 4.
And I think David's point about Zelto Anderson earlier about the cast is going to be a hindrance for him. Expect to see maybe Edward Nelson catch a few more passes than we normally see. And also Justin Day has been a good sure-handed receiver for the Tigers. So there may be some guys catch some passes that, have not caught that many this season, but could be really big tonight.
Well, we got Lightsey back in the lineup.
Back up, guys, back up.
Grisham comes to this side. McAdoo under center. Back to pass. Pulls it down, crosses the 20, 25. Gets out to the 30 before he's driven out of bounds. Make it the 34-yard line. Or 35 is where they're going to mark it. So great job by Drew McAdoo as he made something happen. I don't know if he looked or was intended draw play, but he was quick to make the decision to run.
It kind of looked intended. It didn't take him long to make that decision if that was the case. But McAdoo does a great job staying behind those big linemen. The defenders have to find him first, and he's quick. And he hit the seam, got it up the boundary for a big first down.
Center pitches it to Roberts over the left side. He barrels his way forward. It'll be a gain of 4.
Boy, guys, that last play was set up by Jermaine Gresham. He just absolutely wiped a guy out on the inside there to spring Drew on the outside on that last play.
And added David Polk with the Valero sideline report.
And what you realize, a lot of weapons for the Tigers, as Gresham has not caught many passes tonight. We talked about Justin Day and Edward Nelson also using Travis Lightsey on offense. So still a lot of weapons out there.
A little bit of rain in the first half. The second half now, the rain is cleared off. The wind's still gusting pretty heavy. As now there's some confusion, but Harmon goes far out to the left side. McAdoo hands it off to Roberts up the middle. He bounces and spins. He's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a gain of maybe a yard as they mark it at the 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers.
And I hate to do on-air production, David Polk, but who is 99 for the Tigers? Is that putting you on the spot?
It is. I'll have to find him and get a look at him.
Well, I saw him getting ready to put him in the first half, and I looked at my roster, didn't pick him up, but he's a good-sized kid. We'll find out who that is. We finally nailed down the quarterback for Guthrie, so we'll find out who the mystery Tiger is.
As he is hanging in there at the tight end position, McAdoo under center. Looks to throw out to Gresham. Hits him at the 47, and he gets his way up to the cross the midfield, gets to the 49 in Guthrie territory. So a nice little run after the catch as he was hit by three Blue Jays and still gained some yardage. Enough for another first down for the Tigers.
And this is a good drive in progress for Ardmore, not only from the standpoint of getting more points, but burning the clock here. 5:27 now left in this third quarter, and if the Tigers could go take this down, punch it in.
Hey, guys, I got a good look. That's Tommy Fitzgerald, number 99.
Tommy Fitzgerald.
Doing a great job for the Tigers tonight. On the line, McAdoo comes under center, I formation, 2 receivers out, one to the left, one to the right. Gresham in motion to the left. McAdoo fakes and then pulls it out and runs around the outside. He crosses the 45-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and that'll be a gain of 4, maybe 5. Now about 4. They'll mark it there. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
And I think that might have been a busted play, but boy, Drew made the best of that. As it looked like he wanted to fake to the running back there, and really the distance between back was not right. He just took it down, went around the corner. Really a quick hitter to get to the corner. So it's a way to make a positive out of a negative.
And it looked like everybody's kind of collapsed on the
It really did. Pretty effective. They might want to put that in the playbook.
McAdoo stays under center. I formation. Hands it. Nope. Takes it out. Gets up the middle. 40, 35. Gets down to the 32-yard line before he's brought down. Nice run as McAdoo takes the fake handoff and makes it. That wasn't a negative into a positive.
Very determined drive right here. McAdoo really pumped up down on the sideline, and the Tigers trying to get the crowd into the game now, and there's a timeout on the field.
And that was enough for the first down. And David Polk, what's the attitude like on the sideline with the players right now?
Well, they're ready to play, and they're really kind of disappointed. I don't think the fans are quite standing up enough for them back there, but there's a good intensity down here, and they've come out this second possession, and I think they're a little more fired up than they were the first possession, so they want to go score.
Yeah, they made some adjustments at the half. I don't think the coach saw that in that first possession, like 3 and out, and then now they're really putting this good drive together. That sideline report brought to you by Valero Ardmore Refinery. And David Polk, we appreciate them sponsoring that all season long.
And amazing how that quarterback keeper will loosen up the passing game a little bit too, as Tigers have really mixed it up well on this drive, and a lot of the success belongs to McAdoo there with the quarterback keeper. Has opened things up, and then he's been able to find the wide receivers for some critical pass plays in certain situations.
Well, that short out to Gresham just a little bit ago backed everybody off just a little bit too, because they realize that they can have that most anytime they want it. That's just a 3 and out, so 3 of those is a first down, you know.
Gresham to the near side as Edward Nelson goes out to the far side. McAdoo under center with an I formation. Pitches to Roberts over the left side, cuts back to the right, breaks one tackle, goes backwards a little bit further. Now he's at the 35, 30, and he gets back up to the line of scrimmage and still gains a couple of yards as he has shown the Blue Jays that he is not an easy man to bring down.
No, and that's one of the more exciting 2-yard runs you'll see. But it looked like he's going to lose yardage, as there were 5 Blue Jays over there going to corral him, and I don't know how he did it. Kind of a stutter step. He stopped and started 2 or 3 times, and then just used his speed to get the corner.
Well, the corners are doing a great job of staying at home, too. They're not biting to the inside, so it's kind of making him move to the inside instead of going out.
And credit him with a 3-yard gain. I shorted him by a yard.
McAdoo will stay under center. Nelson to the right, Grisham to the left. McAdoo hands off to Harmon. Virgil gets up to the gain of about 8. He gets all the way to the 20-yard line. It's going to be right at the first down marker. Let's see where they give it. And they do give it to him. It'll move the chains, and Ardmore Tiger first down.
And how would you like to be on defense? Try to guess which one of these guys is going to get the ball next. Then they hand it to Big Virgil in the middle. He weighs 245, got a head of steam up the middle, and he picks up the first down.
Good looking running game from the Tigers right now as they have marched this football down the field, eaten up the entire third period almost. 4:31 left in the third. 6-0 your score. Terry Long alongside Billy Wallace, along with David Polk on the side. As the Tigers now threatening to score. McAdoo pulls it out of Harmon, pitches it out to Roberts over the 25, and he gets back to the 20-yard line before he's brought down by number 52 for the Blue Jays, and that's Jarrell Smith as he makes a nice open field tackle against Roberts.
And one of the Blue Jays, and I don't know the number, but they hit McAdoo just about the time he's going to make the pitch, because that play was really there. The option was set up well, but Drew had to kind of double clutch before he made the pitch. By that time, the defense had kind of collapsed on Roy, and it wasn't the big gainer. So credit a pretty good defensive play for Guthrie that time.
McAdoo comes out after getting the play. 3:40 and the clock continues to run as we're quickly getting to the end of the third period. Time of possession has got to be way lopsided in this period for the Tigers. Now there'll be a timeout as the Tigers didn't like what they see. We'll take one as well. We're back after this with more Tiger football on 95.7 KKAJ.
Hi, I'm Nancy.
As the Tigers come out quickly after the timeout. McAdoo rolls to the right. He's looking to throw. He's got a man down in the end zone. Tipped is Nelson, the intended receiver, at the 1-yard line, just unable to bring it down. And it'll be incomplete as the Tigers trying to go for the big one.
And what a recovery and a big play for Josh Chappell, who was the quarterback early in the ball game and has come back and played quarterback in this second half. But I mean, he had to make a late reaction to get over there as Edward Nelson standing by himself at the goal line, and Chappell gets over there to bust it up.
So the play was there, just unable to bring it in before it was knocked out of bounds, and Nelson made a valiant effort.
And, you know, a split second earlier, that's probably a touchdown. That's just one of those football things. Those things happen.
McAdoo under center. Now we've got an official timeout as they stop the clock.
Got a sideline
Going to
warning.
be a sideline warning as they come over and push the Tigers back.
That's the first warning, isn't it, David?
Yes, it is.
I thought I could pick up on your microphone. It must have been one of the Tiger coaches telling the guys to back up a while ago.
Well, there wasn't anything happening on the sideline. I'm just standing here looking straight down at it, and there really, honestly, was not a reason for that call. I'm not sure.
Don't you think you get about one of those a game just because they can? I mean, you know.
No, I don't know that that's the case. And I know the guy sitting up there with you would say that's not the case.
Well, he's offended right now.
Hey.
Either that or somebody just got right there at the referee and he wasn't.
And it's just started raining again.
I formation. McAdoo back to pass. He looks, he's going into the deep, and man, as Grisham loses his footing, and he was wanting a flag, and I'm not sure if he didn't deserve it.
Well, I don't know. I think Gresham.
I've been acting.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit. I think Jermaine saw it was going to be well over his head and maybe acted a little bit strongly trying to get the call, but didn't get it. And I think it's probably a pretty good no call.
As the pass incomplete, fourth down now. Ball still on the 20-yard line. Tigers unable to move it. And they're going to attempt the field goal as Matt Polk comes in.
The holder is Braden Pollard, by the way.
Braden Pollard holding it at the 32. The kick is up. And it's going to be no good as it goes wide to the left. So 3:15 left in the third period. The drive comes to an end and no points on the scoreboard. But a good drive as the Tigers move the football down the field.
It wasn't a couple of big plays on defense for Guthrie, and they're able to hold the Tigers out. And looked like that ball had the distance. Of course, that wind is stout again from the south.
Oh, it just knocked it down. It got
Yeah.
about to the goal line, and it just started falling.
Well, that's what I thought looked good when it left the toe, and then it just drifted off.
So,
But still a good drive for the Tigers. They burned a lot of clock. They would have loved to have had some points, and now the defense has their turn to try to shut down Guthrie.
the wind is definitely playing a factor, and that will be to Ardmore's advantage in the fourth period. Chappell hands off to Jones, who tries to get around to the outside, now cuts back in and doesn't get anywhere. A gain maybe a yard, maybe two. It'll be 2nd down and 8 as the Tiger defense collapsed on him.
And I think Tigers have a player down. Looks to be, is that Scotty Williams?
Yeah, I think it is.
Scotty's still down on the turf. We won't speculate on the injury. Hate to see that. And
He is moving, but before the trainers get there,
yeah, he got up. Didn't stay down long, Big Scotty.
Yep.
He'll have to come off a play here. They'll watch him. I think they'll probably run Chris Hopper in here and get him off and take a look at him.
And you know what? Guthrie right here, guys, would like to have a drive with the wind. They've got 3 minutes with the wind at their back. Then they're going to be going into the stiff breeze in the fourth quarter, so they'd like to do something with the football right here.
as
Now, this is Michael Sutherland coming into the ballgame.
Michael Sutherland coming in, trying to, Nelson getting them fired up as they come in off the sideline. Nelson's over there pumping them up before they.
And Chris Hopper also doing his best cheerleader impersonation there as he comes off, trying to pump the crowd up.
Wants the crowd to get into this game and shift some of the momentum as the Tigers defense on the field. Chappell keeps it, comes up the right side, and he's going to get stacked up right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be a gain of maybe a half a yard, if that.
A fake to the back and a quarterback keeper to the right, and really well read by the Tigers. In the first half, we saw Guthrie with success on that same play call. Much better played in this second half. A nice discussion at halftime for the Tiger coaching staff as you called it. They've made some nice adjustments on the defensive side.
And the running game in the first half kind of moved the ball at will, virtually shut down so far this half. As Chappell takes it from the gun. He's looking to throw. Now he just rolls over to his left. He's under pressure as the Tigers get to him. And now he just flips it up.
No!
And now, as you can hear the sideline from the Valero sideline report, I don't think they think he caught it. The intended receiver, Story, out of bounds at the 26-yard line, so make it the 27. That's where they'll mark it. It'll be 4th and 5, so not enough for the first down, but a slow developing play and a last resort.
And a heck of an effort for Chappell as he just scrambled around till he found somebody downfield.
As Guthrie will punt it away. Stephen Penrod doing the punting. Back deep at his own 33, Roberts. Kick is away. It's the best kick we've seen from Guthrie tonight. Roberts backs up to the 27, drops it, picks it up, 35, 40, 43, 44-yard line before Guthrie kind of corrals him and brings him down there, and that's where Ardmore will take over in their own territory from the 44-yard line, 1st and 10.
Scary beginning as Roy mishandled that one a little bit, dribbled it one time, picked it up and took it right down the center of the field, right down the hash mark. Pretty good return. And Tigers with some field position now.
I'm sure the coaching staff's going to talk to Roy about that. You start the half dropping the football on the kick and then drop the punt.
Yeah, but you pick up 15 yards after you drop it,
Yeah.
no big deal.
Still scary to see the ball on the ground. I don't care what. Tigers now. McAdoo brings him up under center, hands it off to Roberts. He comes over the right side, follows behind Virgil Harmon, crosses the 45, gets to the 46. It'll be a gain of maybe a yard, 2nd down and 9.
Another Tiger a little bit slow to get up, although he's okay. And that's Virgil, I think, kind of limping a little bit as he gets up.
Well, Virgil kind of had a cramp a little bit ago, so I think he's just having a hard time walking it off here. If you kind of watch him there, he's really trying to work a cramp off that right calf muscle.
McAdoo comes out with the play. Grisham goes out to the far side along with Day. McAdoo under center, I formation. Harmon and Roberts. McAdoo was going to pitch to Roberts. Now he cuts back up and gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage. I don't really know why he didn't pitch. Because Roberts was there. I guess he saw Guthrie was coming, but no gain, maybe a loss of a half a yard. They'll mark it at the 47-yard line. Third down and 7.
Looked like they tried to run to the weak side. There's a strong side to the short side of the field, tried to run to the wide side of the field, and just good defense for Guthrie as they were not fooled. Everybody staying home, and McAdoo had to just turn it up in there and get what he could.
Now Virgil coming off the side, limping a lot more. Harmon now comes over to the trainer. McAdoo stays in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers out to the left. McAdoo looks to throw. He's rolling to his right. Now he comes back to the right side. He pulls it down. 45-50. 45. So he turned a negative into a positive as he gets enough for the first down. Nobody open, but then saw the opening and took it.
And a big block. I think it was Chris Hopper with a big block on the corner that freed McAdoo up. His quickness cut back inside the block. And that's a big first down pickup.
43-yard line's where they'll mark it. 1st and 10, Ardmore.
And was that Chris Hopper, David Polk?
Yes, it was.
I thought it was. He looked to be pretty happy after that.
I tell you, the kid's got a lot of heart. He works hard. He does the things he needs to do, and he was featured on Thursday night in Tiger Tales, and that's the heart most of the kids down here have, is they just want to play hard and do what's best to win.
That's going to do it for the third quarter as we are done with 3. We got 1 more to go. We're back after this on KKAJ.
Cigarette smoking is addictive and causes serious diseases.
McAdoo under. He pitches to Roberts at the 45, 40, 35, 33-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pitch out to the left side as the Tigers come right off the timeout to the line of scrimmage. Move it forward. We're just underway in the 4th period. 6-0 our score. Terry Long alongside Billy Wallace. Thanks for joining us as the Tigers trying to make it to the second round of the Class 5A state championship playoffs.
Boy, that was a nice run too for Roy. He had to step around. Steve Kriz in the backfield for Guthrie really had the play snuffed out, and Roy just stepped around him, used a head fake on him, got past him, and that's a big run for Roy.
Nelson to the left, Grisham to the right. McAdoo under center. Hands it off, or no, keeps it, runs it up to 30. 25-20, almost breaks the tackle as Chappell does a good job with an ankle tackle to bring him down because there wasn't nobody else past him.
I think it was a touchdown-saving tackle there for Chappell, and he's made clutch plays for the Blue Jays all night long, but you called it right as a fake up the middle, and then actually McAdoo just ducks it up the hole himself, and it takes a second to find him. He hits the hole so quickly, and he's got good wheels. Touchdown-saving tackle, though, for Chappell, and I think he's maybe a little dinged up there in the huddle. No, that's one of the big guys. I'm sorry.
Showing a lot of speed is Drew McAdoo as a rushing threat as well. McAdoo takes the snap, pitches it to Roberts. Roberts at the 25, gets back up to the 20. Still on his feet, 20-15, driven out of bounds.
And guys, Jermaine Gresham had no one on him. He was wide open.
Yeah.
As they're going to get it all the way up to the 10-yard line or make it the 11-yard line before he's driven out of bounds. It'll be enough for a Tiger first down, so a new set of downs as the Tigers now threatening to score.
And 2 critical blocks outside on the corner. Warren Blackman with one, and then also big Mike Sutherland enabled really Roy to get out there, have a crease to run to, and pick up that first down.
Tigers come out to the line of scrimmage. They got an I formation. Roberts dots the I. Grisham to the right. Zelto Anderson to the right. Roberts takes it to the 10. 5. Touchdown, Tigers. Then Roberts just barrels his way through, breaks one tackle, and runs over somebody else, and then puts it in the end zone.
And Roy just took the pitch, dipped his left shoulder in like he's going to hit the seam inside, took it outside, just outraced everybody to the corner.
Great looking drive for the Ardmore Tigers as they move that football down the field. 12-0 your score. 11:02 in the fourth. Mark it there.
What a huge touchdown. That makes 2 scores for Guthrie to have a chance to get back in it.
And you know what, David? That's exactly what we were saying in the timeout, although David can't hear us in the timeout, but we were saying that, you know, if you could get another score of any kind, you can win this game because it's been so hard to move the football in either one of these defenses.
Tigers going to go for 2. McAdoo takes the snap. And now we have a flag, and that'll stop it.
We're going to back it up 5 there. Had a little movement in the backfield.
And, boy, that's too bad because Virgil's going to score on that.
Virgil Harmon was coming across, and there wasn't nobody going to stop him.
You put Virgil one-on-one against anybody at the goal line. I'm going to put my money on Virgil.
He'd already put his head down before the whistle blew and just couldn't quite get it done. But the Tigers want to talk it over now. They're going to come over and...
Oh, they've decided to wave that flag off.
Well, now, how do you do that?
Well, once you've blown the whistle, they thought they saw something. They didn't have it. They talked about it. They thought they didn't have enough men on the line. Once they got to talking about it, they realized they did. So they waved that flag off. And
wow.
So now the ball's still at the 2.
Boy, that's a break for the Blue Jays.
Really, because he was wide open and Harmon was.
I bet we just do that to the other side so we make it look a little different.
Well, the ball, of course, right in the middle of the field, so pretty easy to go either way.
We do have a timeout. David Polk on the sideline with the Valero's Refinery sideline report. What do you think Coach is telling the guys now?
Go score.
Get the ball to Virgil.
Same play.
Get it in number 2's hands.
Same play without the whistle. McAdoo comes out. He's going to go under center.
They're setting up in the same play.
Harmon, the lone back in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right, though. McAdoo looks to throw. Now he pulls it down under pressure, throws it into the back of the end zone, and it just goes through the hands. Zelto Anderson is unable to bring it down, so the 2-point conversion no good. That's going to keep your score at 12-0, and we're back after this on 95.7 KKJ.
Life insurance is a...
Evening, and the Tigers lead 12-0 as we are just underway in the 4th and final period of the first round of the Class 5A state championships. Terry Long alongside Billy Wallace. Thanks for joining us. If you didn't come out and bear the elements tonight, we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. It's been an interesting one. Mike McGowan, we'll get to the scoring summary here in just a minute. As the Town and Country Pest Control kickoff, Matt Polk drives a deep one. It's going to be caught at the 5, 10. Fake reverse, 20, 25. And Chappell is still on his feet at the 34, 35-yard line before he's driven out of bounds right there. Mark it there. 1st and 10, Guthrie. And now for that scoring summary.
Terry, real easy to say. Ardmore Tigers went 57 yards in 4 plays, scored the 6-pointer, take the lead 12-0. Looks good.
That scoring summary brought to you by the Southern Oklahoma Technology Center, SOTC, Southern Oklahoma's technology leader.
And that was Chappell on the return, and he faked the reverse and then took it up the field. Nice return. And I tell you what, I'm impressed with Chappell. I know he wasn't their starting quarterback, but that guy is a football player now.
He is.
As he takes the snap from the gun, and man, now the ball's Chappell still on or Calvert on his feet at the 45. I missed that one completely. Michael Jones took a huge hit in the backfield, and I thought he had the football, and then all of a sudden the ball's over here to the left side.
And again, credit Chappell because he carried out the fake. He looked like he handed the ball to Jones. He doubled over, hit the football at the last second, scrambles to his left, finds a wide open receiver, Calvert, downfield, and fooled everybody in the stadium except the guys wearing white on the field.
And the Tigers were behind him, chasing him.
Calvert was so wide open, he didn't know what to do when he turned around.
So a little misdirection there from the Blue Jays. Chappell takes the snap from the gun. He rolls to his right, keeps it nowhere to pitch as he's stacked up at the 50, still on his feet. 3 Tigers, not very good tackling, but did bring him down after he fell forward got back almost to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard after a 6-yard loss run.
And, you know, I hate to
say that. That's not a very good description.
keep bragging, you know, keep saying the same thing, but Chappell is impressive as, you know, I don't think it's sloppy tackling as much as he's just got ability. He's a strong runner, got big legs, a lot of power, and he just runs through tackles. Looked like the Tigers had him for a big loss, and he gets it down almost back to the line of scrimmage.
Chappell in the gun. 3 receivers out to the left side. Pitches it on an end around to the 50, 45, 40, 35, and then he's going to be driven out of bounds as number 15 takes it. That's Randall Lewis for the Blue Jays, and he just come around the end. Nice little pitch out of misdirection.
And a big block on the corner out here, freed it up. And that, I tell you what, I'm impressed with the play call there. They have really opened up the playbook on this possession, and that a reverse. And that one worked well, and when you get blocking on the edges like that, that can be big plays, and that was a big one for Guthrie.
1st and 10 from the 33-yard line in Ardmore territory as Guthrie now threatening to score. Chappell rolls to his left, throws it over the middle, intercepted at the 35, 40, 45, and that's where...
What a great job by Brad Downing there. Going up. That's the 3rd game in a row down here on the field, guys. He's come up with a huge interception.
And that's the 3rd game in a row. I thought he was going to take it back for a touchdown for a second.
It was really close.
Brought down by the last Guthrie Blue Jay between him and the end zone, and Brad Downing gets it all the way up to the 48-yard line, 47-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over, 1st and 10.
3rd interception of the night for the Tiger defense, and none bigger this season than that one from senior Brad Downing.
And a huge break for the Tigers as Guthrie was marching the football down the field with a little bit of trickery and misdirection on almost every play. Tigers come out. McAdoo under center, I formation. Split wideouts. Roberts over the left side, 50, 47, 46, and now we got a flag on the play. A late flag.
That was from the wide hat. We're probably going to have a potential holding here.
Yep.
As Roberts looks at the white hat and like, come on, you're killing me.
Tigers,
it was there.
Tigers need a time-consuming drive here. As much as they need more points, they need to hang on to the football a little bit. That will set them back as that'll back them up 10, and they get to try it again. But chance to hang on to the football here, burn some clock for Ardmore.
They'll replay the 1st down, but this time it'll be 1st and 20 from the 37-yard line. Not the direction Coach Lloyd wants to take the Tigers, I'm sure. 9:22 left in the game. 12-0 your score as the Tigers lead and have led since early in the 1st period. McAdoo under center. Offset eye. Hands it off to Harmon up the middle. And Virgil gets up to about the 38-yard line, so it'll be a gain of a yard. That'll be 2nd down and 19.
Just running right behind the center there. Pretty well stuffed up for Guthrie as they know they've got to hold as they need 2 scores here. Can't allow the Tigers to hold the ball for very long.
It must be getting colder outside because
everybody's
it's
fogging
still
up.
hot in here, but the windows are starting to refog, and that's...
Yep.
Well, you're going to see us take the game clock down to right down the play clock to 1 or 2 every time now.
As McAdoo's under center, and like you said, he's waiting until the play clock runs off. He rolls to his right, play action. He's going deep as he's got Gresham at the 25-yard line, just overthrown. As the ball incomplete, but he was going for all the money.
And David, that might have been the reverse of what we saw earlier. Instead of the ball dying into the wind, I think the wind got under that one and carried it a little bit.
Well, I think really what we saw there is he wasn't sure he was going to be able to get out again to throw it that far, and he kind of slowed up. Instead of running that 40-yard right down the field and waiting for the ball, he let up a little at the 30, and when it flew on him, he couldn't get to it.
It was there. He had a couple of steps on the defender.
Just just kind of, like you said, the wind got under it and pushed the ball a little bit.
And it is raining down here, so they've got it in their eyes. It's starting to fall pretty good now.
But you have to credit the Tiger coaching staff. Great play call there. I mean, they're going for the dagger right now, already up by 2 scores. Not going to be conservative. They're going to throw the ball around a little bit.
Gutsy at 8-12, but McAdoo wants to talk it over. He didn't like what he saw when he came out of the huddle. We'll take a timeout as well. We're back with the rest of this ball game right after this on KKJ. Press box, Noble Stadium here. It's Billy Wallace along with Mike McGowan, David Polk on the sideline with the Valero sideline report as the Ardmore Tigers lead 12-0, 8-12 left in the ball game. As McAdoo takes a timeout, didn't like what he saw. But now the Tigers have regrouped. They're back out on the field.
And it's 3rd down and 20, Terry.
And it's 3rd down, well, 19. They gained a yard. 3rd and 19. You're going to tell me look at the scoreboard.
No, I'm not. No.
As McAdoo now under center. Looks to throw. He throws it out here to the Grisham. A flea flicker at the 19. Roberts picks it up, crosses midfield, and runs out of bounds at the 46-yard line in Guthrie territory. A gutsy play from the Tigers.
That's like the old hook and ladder play there.
That's exactly what it was.
They chunked the ball out there to Jermaine, and if he makes a good pitch, Roy hits that boundary at full speed, but Roy had to go back and kind of get a grip on the football there. It's thrown a little bit behind him, and still a nice gain as they get it a little closer to the Guthrie end of the field, but that had potential right there.
I knew I'd seen that play somewhere before, about 1945 or something, but now back to punt. As the punt goes, it's a walk, end over end, and it goes out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to give it to him at the, I'm going to say right about the 30. They're going to mark it at the 27-yard line. As it goes out. And the punter is?
Jared Howell.
Jared Howell.
For the Ardmore Tigers.
As the fog came in just as I looked to see who was doing the kicking.
Well, part of that's the temperature on the outside of that window because it's dropped about 8-9 degrees just in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
Well, we got your 8 or 9 degrees in here.
You know, sometimes I wish I was up there, but since I was up there at halftime, I'm glad I'm down here.
Wow, it's about 130 in here now.
Rodney Fuller trying to get the Ardmore Tiger fan faithful to get into this ball game as the defense now stepping it up a notch. Chappell runs into his fullback. Now it's a kind of tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but doesn't. It's going to lose a yard.
You know, but the first guy never gets Chappell, even if it's his own fullback. He got a pretty good lick on him, and he was not able to knock him off his feet as he still falls forward and keeps it at a short loss, or actually picked up a little bit. Then
half a yard now that they've marked it and cleared the pile.
Chappell's impressive, man. He's always falling forward, and even on a bad play, he picks up something.
Well, you have to wonder what happened to Hodges. I mean, he was moving the football a little bit for the Blue Jays, too. But now Chappell back to throw. He's looking deep. Now he decides to keep it. Rolls to his right, still looking to throw, and throws it away as the Tigers started to pursue and were trying to close in on him. Nowhere to throw the football. Great coverage from the secondary.
Exactly. Coverage wasn't a sack, but a good coverage for the Tigers, and call it a coverage sack because he had to throw that ball away.
Well, there was a little indecision on him there. If that was Drew McAdoo, he's 10, 12 yards down the field, but he just he didn't turn it up when he had an opening, or he'd have gotten 4 or 5 in.
And let's remember, you know, the Guthrie going into the wind now, still a pretty stout breeze, 7:17 remaining, 1 timeout left for Guthrie, but this is a big 3rd down for him here.
As the Blue Jays come, Chappell in the shotgun. The ball at the 27-yard line. Looking to pass. He goes deep, pump fakes, and then throws it, launches it, almost intercepted at the 50.
Man, and Roy Roberts had that all the way.
And I think the pass was fluttering so much it was hard to catch, kind of a knuckleball there or something.
The wind just had its way with that pass.
And that'll bring up 4th and long, 4th and 10 now.
Incomplete. 7:11 left in the ball game. 12-0 your score. Ardmore leads. So, turn of events. Tigers get the ball back. I'm sure we'll see Roberts carry it left, right, and up the middle as they're going to run the clock.
And also Virgil Harmon. But first, you got to make sure they punt the football here.
Penrod back deep for Blue Jays.
And they're not going to.
They're not. It's a fake punt. They try to throw it, but it's going to be incomplete as he was bobbling it out. As that was number 15, the intended.
Even if he had caught that ball, he was going to be short of a first down.
I think the Tigers kind of knew that might be up because that was a strange formation, and down by 2 touchdowns with 7 minutes left, they really thought they probably had to take a chance to try to hang on to the football, and that was just good defense for the Tigers.
Well, they've seen that on film, and I think Altus might have done that to him early in the year. One of the teams run that same play for a 2-point conversion, so it's something I know they've seen since early in the year.
As that will give the Tigers great field position at the 27-yard line in Guthrie territory.
With the wind, they're already in field goal position on the field. So
McAdoo hands it off to Roberts over the left side. He's going to get his way across the 20 and down to the 18, 17-yard line. And now I think the Tigers are smelling victory as they're getting a little bit more fired up on the side. You can see that it looks like the relaxation is starting to set in for the Tigers.
For another Ardmore Tigers.
Maybe the Tiger fans. I don't know about the Tigers.
Well,
they're still pumped up. They still want the crowd in the game, Terry. But you're right. I mean, the Tigers can drive a mighty big nail in the coffin right here if they can pick up a score of any kind here.
As the Tigers do smell victory, 6:48, and the clock continues to run. Grisham comes to the near side.
Watch Jermaine.
McAdoo under center, high formation. Roberts to the left side. Wrapped up by 2-3 Blue Jays and still gains 3 yards as he crosses the 15, gets it down to the 13-yard line. It'll be third down and about 6.
Running game.
Second down.
Done a great job for the Tigers, and Coach Lloyd would like to burn that clock. Of course, he'd like to have another score, but he'd like to take the clock down also. And Roy going to get his share of the work now, and has really all night. He's played a great game on defense and offense.
I want to make sure you stay tuned for the Comet Cleaners star of the game immediately following the game, and we'll get David Pope, get Coach Lloyd to talk about tonight's matchup. McAdoo pitches to Roberts. The ball's on the ground and
it's
still on the ground as he tried to fall on it.
Still on the ground.
Still on, and now I think McAdoo recovers it way back at the 27-yard line.
Holy cow. That's what you don't want to happen there. No matter what you do, don't turn the ball over.
No.
And that ball rolled around forever. Nobody could get on it.
Is everybody flopping out like a fish? And all the way back to the 27-yard line before McAdoo able to recover it and cover it, and the Tigers retain possession.
I was just looking at the brackets here. Of course, the winner of this game will move on to face the winner of the Booker T. Washington Tulsa Tech ball game next week.
That's correct.
So it's going to be Tulsa time for somebody. We're hoping it's the Ardmore Tigers, 12-0 the lead, 5:42 remaining. And they're in field goal position still, even with that loss and the ball rolling loose. And
now they have...
What's the call, David?
I have no idea what they just called.
The ball was at the 27 before it was recovered. Now they're marking it at the 19 or just on the other side of the 20, but...
And they brought it back to a second down play.
So did they have a flag? We just didn't see it?
I didn't see it. Mike McGowan, did you see it?
No, I didn't.
Did they have an inadvertent whistle?
It may very well have been.
They might have owed us one there.
Well, and they may have whistled it dead when Roberts fell on it and the ball came out then.
Never did look dead, though, did it?
No, it didn't.
And the players didn't play like it was dead.
And the officials didn't act like it was dead either.
Okay, I guess it's unanimous.
Now they're talking to Gresham about it, trying to figure out what's going on. As we will try to sort this out.
I think they're trying to figure out where the ball was. There was an inadvertent whistle, so they're going to bring it back to the original line of scrimmage. I think is what's happening here.
And replay the down?
And replay the down.
A huge break for the Ardmore Tigers.
So that's...
But, you know, last week we had a couple of early whistles that we didn't get fumbles that we should have gotten. It's kind of nice to get a break every now and then, and that looks like what's going to happen here is a whistle may have gone before Roy actually dropped the ball.
But, you know, it's been a pretty clean ball game. Has not been a lot of penalties really at all for either squad tonight.
So the ball at the 19-yard line, second down. 14-yard line, second down and 7. Thank you, Mike. Big old 20 right there, 5 yards behind the ball. You'd think I'd know that. That's the fog, man. It's like you look through the window and it's kind of like looking through a prism. It refracts the light.
You guys need me to do play-by-play down here?
You might have to.
McAdoo under center, I formation. Grisham to the left. Nelson to the right. McAdoo throws a fade into the end zone. Grisham catches it. Touchdown, Tigers. Great pass from Drew McAdoo on a little fade out to the left side. And Grisham with a great reception.
Well, and we've seen Jermaine Gresham do that all year long, just hangs in the air longer than the defender. Got 1 foot down in bounds, which is sufficient. And that's a big touchdown, and that should do it right there, guys.
I think you can stick a fork in it.
Yep. Yeah, and Mr. Lupica from somewhere up north won't be saying that we ran the score up on this one.
And again, guys, down here in the end zone, that was a 1-foot touchdown. You know, I don't know if you can see me on film up there, but right there is where Mr. Jermaine's foot hit. It was a great catch, and he made sure he had 1 foot in.
And then it doesn't hurt to be 6'6".
Not at all.
As McAdoo now in the shotgun going for 2 of the Tigers. Rolls to his right, looking in the end zone. Nelson, as he catches it about a yard deep into the end zone. Edward Nelson with a nice reception. 2 points there as the Tigers now 20-0 your score. That's going to just about put it out of reach.
And this game reminds me a lot of last year's. The Tigers played Guthrie close on the road, and Guthrie with a couple of late touchdowns to kind of inflate that score. That's kind of been what's happened here, but well, what a performance. And, you know, Guthrie's played pretty well. They have had too many turnovers, but they've moved the ball some and played good defense. And it's been a tough one for Ardmore, but you have to credit the Tigers. They played good defense, and they mixed up their pass play, run play, selection, and have kept everybody off balance. That was a big-time drive and a nice throw from McAdoo to Gresham for the touchdown.
Scoring summary from Mike McGowan.
Well, depending on whether we had 3 plays or 4 there, depending on the inadvertent whistle.
3.5.
Hey, we'll call it 3.5 then. But actually 3 plays. They went 27 yards, 3 plays. Racked up 8 points and pretty much drove a nail in the coffin.
And that summary brought to you by the Southern Oklahoma Technology Center. SOTC, Southern Oklahoma's technology leader. Matt Polk kicks deep. And it's going to go into the end zone, as that's where Guthrie will catch it, I should say, and that'll bring it out to the 20. Touchback. Great job by Matt Polk all season long, kicking for the Ardmore Tigers.
Yes, sir. Quite a weapon. Kick it to the end zone, make them go 80 yards every time. And
you bet.
Most coaches anywhere would take that. And here's the scenario for Guthrie. Down 20 points. They've got 5:02 remaining in the game. 1 timeout. They're going into the wind against a fired-up Ardmore Tiger squad.
And they got to score 3 times.
And the crowd's even standing up.
5:02 left in the ball game. And now Hodges hands off to Jones over the right side. Gets up to the 27-yard line.
And you're going to see some success in the running game. Tigers are going to let them run the ball all night. They're back looking for the pass there, and that was just a little sneak up the middle. Broke it outside, picks up 9 yards on first down, but Tigers don't care. They got the clock on their side, and it's going to take 3 scores.
Brad Downing with a nice tackle that time in the open field. And Jones comes over the right side there. Now Hodges again in the shotgun. Flanked by 2 backs. Hands it off to Calvert, who loses the football, and the Tigers, it looks like, recovered. Send it down to David Polk. Did they get it?
I think the Tigers are on that one. There was 2 or 3 red shirts. They got to give it to him. Oh, no, they're not.
I think Calvert got back on it.
Calvert got back on it.
As again, the ball flops around, and where it lands, nobody knows.
There was some things happening on the field after the whistle blew on that one, I think.
First down, 1st and 10.
Well, it moved the football up enough for the first down, as they now mark it at the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Guthrie.
That's okay. If they just keep running it, we're in good shape.
4:12, and the clock continues to run. 2 receivers come to the right side, 1 to the left. Hodges on a little reverse, misdirection, but then kept it and dropped for a loss of 9 yards back deep.
Well, that ball was lost in the fog for me. I couldn't tell who had the football there.
Well, I can understand that because I'm standing right here beside you. And really bad with the fog.
Well played by the Tiger defense, though, as they knew where the ball was all along. Second down, and what is it, about 15, 16 yards? It says 2nd and 10 on the scoreboard, but I don't think that's quite accurate.
I think it's about 18 yards as they mark it at the 21-yard line. Hodges to throw, looks deep, nowhere to throw. He's under pressure. He's at the 20, 25, cuts it back up, 30, gets all the way back up to the 35. So he made up the loss of 8 and gained 4 more. Make that it'll be 3rd down and 5.
And obviously Brent Hodges got a little quicker feet than Chappell, but probably not 100% there. But you can see, what effect he can have on a ball game there as he takes it down and dashes with it. Got good wheels to get outside there.
Hey, guys, I just got a score. Booker T's up on Tulsa School of Science and Technologies, 23-6 with 7 minutes left in the game.
So Booker T going to be the host team, sounds like, next week.
Looks like the Tigers will be their opponents. As now Chappell back in. He's under pressure. Takes it. Now he's back at the 30. Looking to throw. He throws it over to the right side and hits his receiver, number 7. That's Matt Perring. Crosses the 40-yard line and he's at the 44-yard line. It'll be good for the 1st down. Moves the chains as Guthrie continues, but the clock continues to run.
Yeah, that's what I say. Tigers are going to give them some short plays. They pick up a 1st down. Of course, the clock will stop on the 1st down as they move the football, but still 2:14 remaining. Clock ticking, only 1 timeout left now for Guthrie.
Chappell in the shotgun. It rolls to his right. Under pressure. Throws it away. It'll be incomplete. Right at the 2-minute mark. 2nd down and 10.
The only receiver actually the Chappell looking at is Tanner Story, and he's double covered down there. Zach Weaver and I think Rodney Fuller tag team.
And I got to tell you guys, we've got a flag down here. They're going to call a roughing the passer. Guys, they have a flag down here. They're going to call it roughing the passer.
Well, that's a penalty you don't like to see as a coach.
Well,
especially when it was right as he threw the football.
You're going to call it roughing the passer down here on the sidelines, guys.
What are you trying to say, David?
I'm trying to say that...
he wasn't in the pocket? Is that what you're saying?
That the ball was just barely out of his hand. He wasn't in the pocket. He's running to the sidelines, and everything's happening inside the field. I'm not sure you call that.
Mike McGowan, would you have called that?
But he called it. He was right there on it. It's his decision. It's the white hat, and that's what he did.
That's right.
2 minutes left in the ball game, as that is a costly penalty. Moves the ball across the midfield to the 40-yard line in Ardmore territory, as Chappell will stay in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 in the slot. Chappell looks to throw. He crosses over the middle.
Oh.
The receiver is hit just as the ball reaches him.
Zach Weaver.
Man, what a hit. Woo. Leveled the receiver. The ball comes out incomplete.
Helmet to the chest bone, separated the receiver and the football.
Welcome to Ardmore.
Woo.
My name is Zach Weaver.
You don't think this defense is fired up? I mean to tell you.
He'll remember that one by the time basketball season's over.
Yes, he will.
As the Tigers now pumping it up. As minute 56 left in the ball game. Fan faithful on their feet. Chappell throws over the middle. It's tipped up, incomplete, as number 24, the intended receiver, Tanner Story. But I'm kind of shocked they're only going for those 4 and 5 yard passes over the middle, and that's probably because that's all the defense is giving.
I think you're right, and I also think they don't have the speed to try to get behind the secondary when they're looking for the deep pass. So they're trying to, they're getting what they can.
And they're deep into the wind.
Right, and it's not what they want, but they have to take what is allowed.
Chappell in the shotgun, looks to throw. He's under pressure as Tigers get through the line, and Story, the receiver, and he brings it in just as he goes out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It'll be enough for another first down. And he gets out of bounds and stops the clock.
He does, and 1:46 left in the game. And Guthrie knocking on the door. Not quite in the red zone, but getting close to that red zone.
As Guthrie now comes back to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation. They've got the defense spread as far apart as they possibly can. Looking to throw, rolls to his left. Chappell looks downfield, throws it over to the left side, and the intended receiver was Calvert. He is hit right as the ball gets there, and it pops loose, incomplete.
Brad Downing said, "I'm the other linebacker."
Brad timed that perfectly. He got there the second the ball hit the receiver's hands. And in fact, if he's a half a beat earlier, he probably picks that one off too. But great timing for Brad Downing. That's a big play.
Tiger defense letting the Guthrie Bluejays know that this year is a lot different than last year. Welcome back. 1:39 left in your ball game. As Guthrie going to try to get it on the scoreboard one more time. Pump fake. Chappell rolls to his left. He's under pressure, and now he's going to get wrapped up and sacked.
And again, we have one guy named Virgil saying, "Hi, I'm on this side," and Weaver on the other side.
Virgil Harmon makes the sack, and then Weaver assists and brings him down for a loss of 9 yards. Mark it at the 35-yard line. That'll make it 3rd down and 20.
And if it hadn't been Harmon, it would have been Weaver, as they're both back there ready to pounce.
Well, they both hit him. Hey, guys, we talked at halftime about how the wind was going to affect whoever had the ball in the fourth quarter, and we're really seeing it right now.
Only the second time this season we've had cold weather to play football. And tonight has been nasty all night long as the rain and wind have played havoc. Chappell takes the snap, and he's under pressure this time as Nelson gets back and just slams him to the ground deep back at the 50-yard line. So Guthrie going the wrong way.
Tiger defense pushing him backwards, and wow.
Didn't want to give up that score. Wanted that shutout, don't they?
The wind is a problem, but the guys in red also a problem for the Guthrie offense right now, as Tigers have really had some big hits and some big defensive plays on this series.
Now the timeout on the field is...
And we're going to Tulsa.
See what's that?
That's the last time out there for Guthrie. Now 20 seconds left in the game.
I don't know what you're trying... I guess you're trying to see if you can put some points on the board.
Well, really what he wants to talk about, what's going on right now is after Edward Nelson had that sack, he got up and posed next to the quarterback, and the coach is right now just expounding his pound of flesh because it's something he probably wishes hadn't been done.
Well, make sure you stay tuned for the Comet Cleaners star of the game immediately following the game.
This one is going to be a tough vote, guys.
It really is, as all the Tigers have stepped up.
Yep.
And made a difference tonight. As the Tigers played great football all night long. They did have a couple of turnovers, but 20-0 your score. 20 seconds left in the ball game. 4th down and about 35 yards. The ball is on the midfield stripe. Guthrie got it all the way down to the 20-yard line or 25-yard line, and the Tigers have steadily pushed them back with 2 sacks. And a penalty. Chappell in the shotgun. Last play of the game, possibly. Chappell looking to throw deep. He launches it down the left side, and it's going to be intercepted by the Tigers at the 25-yard line. And that's going to do it as the Tigers now
going to have to run one more play.
That was just a prayer.
Take a knee.
Chappell just threw that up, hoping for something good to happen, and Roy Roberts got underneath it. Looked like he's fielding a punt. The only guy over there to have a play on the ball, and Roy brings it down for the guys in red, and that should do it. 10 seconds left to take a knee and fire up the bus and head to Tulsa Town.
Take a knee, and it's an exciting week. This is an exciting time for high school football.
It's been a long time since we've had a 10 win season, so that's exciting too.
As McAdoo takes the snap, takes the knee, and that's going to do it. As the clock winds down, that's going to be your final score. 20-0 as the Tigers advance in the 5A state championship run to take on the winner of the Booker T. Washington Tulsa Tech game going on this evening as well. We'll send it down to the sideline with David Polk. And
boy, I tell you what, guys, it's pretty exciting down here after the loss they had last year in the first round of the playoffs. Really as good a team as Guthrie was last year, and just had some bad breaks, but this year a little more excitement, and it's going to be fun next week in Tulsa.
Let's take a quick time out. We'll be back with the coaches interview and the Comet Cleaners star of the game right after this on 95.7 KKJ.
All business.
Welcome back to Noble Stadium as the Ardmore Tigers have clinched a victory and moved on to the second round of the 5A state championship run. And the Comet Cleaner star of the game is
we had
a tough decision up here in the box to figure out. You know, the Tigers played an exceptional ball game, and go ahead, Billy.
It was difficult. We talked about giving it to the defense. We've done that. We finally decided Drew McAdoo, led him on a determined drive coming out the second half. So we're going to give it to Drew McAdoo, but I'm telling you, really the whole team deserves it because it was a team effort tonight.
It really was.
But first, I think David Polk is down there with Coach Lloyd in the area, and then we'll catch up with Drew McAdoo in just a second.
The Valero sideline report with
Coach Lloyd's actually talking to the Oklahoman right now, so let's talk to Drew.
Oh, well, we're outranked.
Well, I mean,
no, we're not.
I could stick my mic in front of the Oklahoma guy, but I won't. I'll just wait on that one. I am down here, Drew McAdoo, 20-0. It was a shutout in the first round of the state playoffs. We've got to feel good about that. The things that happened last year at Guthrie, and this is the Comet Cleaner star of the game. And you did some things tonight just to keep things level, and some good plays, Drew. And we're going to go to Tulsa.
You hit it right on the nail. It was a great game. You couldn't ask for a better game for the first round playoffs. We have 4 teams we want to get back, and that's number 3. 4 is Lawton Mack, and we're going to see them in the finals. Line did a great job. They blocked everybody back. And, I mean, we get Big Mike back this week, and you can't ask for somebody better than that. Roy ran hard. The receivers caught the ball. Zelto was playing with the broken hand. He had his hand wrapped up. Defense throws a shutout in the first round. I mean, it's hard not. The other team can't win if they can't score. Yeah, it's proven.
And that's the truth. And, you know, you look at Brad Downing, number 10. He comes up the 3rd interception in a row in a game. And, again, he goes up tall. Guthrie at that point in time is moving the ball and kind of just put the shut off on that. And then we go down and do what we need to do on offense.
Brad's a tremendous player. You can't say enough about him. He's basically a safety in the linebacker's body. I mean, he's a 3-sport athlete. I mean, you can't say enough about him. I mean, it's just the whole defense. They're all like that, and they all get it. Yeah.
The last time we talked to Virgil, I believe it was Drew doing that. So that'll be on film for all the world to see.
I heard that. That wasn't pretty.
We're going to Tulsa.
Going to Tulsa.
Start the buses.
Late in the fourth quarter, Washington was up on Tulsa Tech 22-6. So it looks like that's what we'll be doing.
Good. We want to see them.
Yeah,
they're number 1, and we got the heart of a Tiger. We're going to come after them.
Let's do it. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Drew.
Drew McAdoo, the Comet Cleaner star of the game, and now Coach Lloyd
Well,
David, did you lose again?
Well, let's take a break. He's getting a quick word from another newspaper.
Let's quickly go over some stats there, then until we get ready with Coach Lloyd.
Okay, thanks, Terry. Looks like Ardmore outgained first downs 18-15 over Guthrie. Ardmore ran the ball 41 times for 231 yards. Of course, we know who the majority of that was, Mr. Roberts, Roy Roberts. Guthrie rushed the ball 37 times, 112 yards, and that proved to be their downfall. They were good the first half on rushing. Second half, they just didn't do much. Passing yardage, they outpassed at 68-45, but we had the touchdown in the end zone on one of those passes. Looked good. As far as rushing yardage, Chapel had 19 rushes for 48 yards. Calvert, 9 rushes for 41 yards. Ardmore, Roy Roberts, 18 rushes, 122 yards. Drew McAdoo rushed 17 times for another 87 yards. So pretty good 1-2 punch there. Guthrie could not stop those two guys. Passing, Chapel 4 of 14, 3 interceptions, total of 47 yards. Ardmore, McAdoo was 4 of 11, had 2 interceptions, both in the first half, 45 yards total. 1 touchdown. Looked like a pretty good ball game as far as the stats go. Ardmore scored in the first quarter with 7:29 to go. Roy Roberts on a 23-yard run. Then they scored in the fourth quarter. Roy Roberts on an 11-yard run with 11:02 left in the quarter. And then with 5:05 left, Grisham put it away with a beautiful one-foot catch in the end of the end zone back here. A 14-yard pass from McAdoo. Ends up 20-0. Ardmore goes on to the second round.
Well, and you know, I'm kind of shocked at the time of possession. I thought it would be a little bit more lopsided than that after that third quarter drive that the Tigers put together and ran 7 or 8 minutes off the clock there, but fairly even at 23 and 24 minutes. So.
Yep.
So.
And turnovers played a big role in this ball game, and good defense on both sides.
You bet.
Guthrie's a quality team, man. They're tough.
They really are, and you know, you have to not to take anything away. The Tigers did a great football, played a great game, but Guthrie has nothing to be ashamed of. They came down here and they played well. I think now we're ready. Is the Valero sideline?
Hey guys, it's
David
raining
Polk.
a whole lot harder, and I'm down here with Coach Lloyd to coach a great first game in the playoffs. We've talked a lot about there were some folks again that we needed to expound our pound of revenge, and we've got number 3 on that list tonight.
Well, we did. We got number 3, and if we could take care of business, possibly beat Lawton Mac, in the state championship game. But we're going to take it one step at a time. We get a chance next week. Tonight we came out and beat the defending state champions. Next week probably we're going to play the team's been ranked number 1 in 5A all season. So. It's a great draw for us. Our kids are excited about it, and I'm sure they're going to step up to the challenge.
Coach, one of the things we saw in the first half, and of course for me getting to walk the sidelines with you and kind of see what's going on, even though it was 6-0 at halftime, there was just a feel on the sideline amongst our players that it was okay. We were going to put more points on the board, and we were going to go to Tulsa next week.
Well, there was no panic. with our players and our coaches made some adjustments. Second half, our kids responded, and no, there was no panic. I thought we had the better football team. Nothing changed my mind at halftime. I thought we had a couple of scoring opportunities we didn't take advantage of and turned the ball over, but we felt like we were in control of the game. We felt like we could win the ball game, and no, there wasn't any panic. Our kids knew that they could come out here and compete third, fourth quarter. We'd come away with the win.
One of the things that you got to like is the fact it's the third week in a row that Brad Downing has stepped up and intercepted at a big time. And, he was stretched out, arms above his head, and takes down a pass that if he doesn't catch it, there's a good chance that Guthrie changes the momentum of the game there.
Well, they do, and Brad's made big plays his whole career. But, he made a great play tonight, and he's a great athlete. And, he's been starting since he was a sophomore. But, this is a special group of seniors. I've talked about it for a long time, and these kids have shown up each week, and they competed. They play with their hearts. They play as a team, and, they're fun to be around. They're fun to coach, and Brad's just one of them. But, he got thrown in the fire when he's about 160-pound sophomore, so, he's ripped some of the benefits, and he's, up to 190 pounds. But, I thought defensively we played a great game. I thought offensively we did some good things.
It was a good night, Coach, and I know it's raining and nasty, and you got to like football in this weather and the things that are going on, but we should have fun next week. And late in the fourth quarter, Washington was up on Tech 20-6, so it'll be Washington next week.
Well, that's good. That's who we want to play. So we'll just go compete, show up, and we'll see what happens.
Sounds good to me, Coach. We appreciate it. Thanks. Back up to you guys.
Thank you much, David Polk, with the Valero sideline report as Ardmore Valero Refinery, proud supporters of the athletic and academic growth of the Ardmore Tigers. And Coach Lloyd said it all. You know, the team played both sides of the ball, offensively, defensively, special teams. They did it all.
The defense in the first half bent, but didn't break. They didn't give up the score, as they gave up some yards, but didn't give up the score. And then I think the adjustments at halftime, both on defense and on offense. Tigers came out strong in the second half. 2 good drives to start the third quarter. They didn't score on the first one, but then, got to take advantage of an opportunity given to them. They took it down, punched it in, and that's why I think we recognize McAdoo as he, took the game kind of under his belt there at his quarterback position and had some big runs to keep drives alive and pick up big first downs on third down situations. But it was a team effort, and everybody did their part, and it was a great night, great time to be here.
Really
hey guys,
was.
Can I just add one more thing?
You bet. Final thoughts.
As you guys look out on the field, and it's wet and it's nasty. But once again, I've got to thank the Stripers that have spent, this is now the 9th game this season that those guys have worked hard to make the field look the way it needed to. And I can't say enough about Harry McClintock and the group of guys, Dave Patterson and Mate Hubby, that have really helped us out.
No kidding.
The Tigers go to 10-1 on the season, and they advance into the second round of the state championships. And Mike McGowan, any final thoughts?
Nope. Go Tigers. All I like to say,
Tigers.
go Tigers and go Pokes.
Well, Terry, hey, I would remind everybody, there were some people I know that probably had tickets that didn't come out because of the weather.
Yeah.
You bet.
Again, watch the replay Monday night, 7 o'clock.
Yeah, see who's carrying the ball in the first period.
Channel 55, while the windows were fogged, maybe you can identify the ball carrier. And special thanks to Mike Strawn, who's out there in the same rain and drizzle, filming for the benefit of everybody in Ardmore to get to watch those replays.
Oh, no, he's got a hat over his head.
Well, it's not fun out there. And it's a thankless job. So we also thank those guys that are kind of behind the scenes, too.
And the replay. And it's a great thing. And for the people who are not going to be able to make the trip to Tulsa next week.
Oh, no, load up. We got to do it.
There we go. Take everybody we can.
Absolutely.
We'll get them going. And we'll have that game for you as well next week, because according to my bracket, it will be Friday night. And I haven't... if that changes, we'll make sure you let you know. But you can find out about all the area games and the playoff picture tomorrow morning at the Mike Kelly Coaches Show, live from the Prairie Kitchen. And that'll be the last edition of that as the first round comes to a close. The Ardmore Tigers win it 20-0, your final score. The Tigers advance, going to Tulsa next week. We'll have that action for you next Friday night at 7:30. Tiger Talk at 7 o'clock. For Mike McGowan, David Polk, Billy Wallace, Phil Osborne back at the studio. I'm Terry Long. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Talking to Allstate agent.